I'm Ihsan Sadri, practicing ophthalmologist, and we're here at San Diego OIS at ASCRS 2019. I'm really excited. Our next guest, Jag, from head of Allergan here in eye care business. He's going to take us through this sort of repertoire of what Allergan's doing, which is very exciting. Jag, it's great to see you.
Delighted to be here.
Are you having a great meeting?
Well, it's just starting, obviously, and the energy so far is excellent. So.
Awesome. So we've known each other for a long time. Tell us a little bit about the what you're excited about, the different franchises you're working on,
Sure.
and kind of what's coming down the pipeline.
Sure. So obviously Allergan's a very established company, obviously over 70 years, and so 125 FDA approvals later, we got our sort of motion going, as it were, and those franchises we have a real sort of benchmark of where the company is. We have a very strong anterior segment business, so in dry eye and glaucoma for the management of both diseases. So obviously Restasis and then Lumigan, Combigan, Alphagan. We also have a very emerging area of interventional glaucoma and Zen for the treatment of glaucoma, which is a very rapidly adopted sort of technology in the MIG sector. We also have a very significant consumer eye care business as well. And so all the artificial tears, we're one of the world's leading providers of artificial tears. And then less specific for this meeting, but at our retina business, and so we have a number of different programs in development for both AMD, geographic atrophy, and also some inherited retinal diseases. So across the whole panacea, drugs, devices, OTC, front of the eye, back of the eye, I think we lay a pretty broad claim to having the broadest sort of eye care business in the industry.
Yeah, so as a practicing ophthalmologist, we're using a lot of your products. I'm excited about the clinical trial data that's coming out.
Sure.
In the anterior segment and posterior segment. So if you were to rank for us the biggest sort of what you're excited about and what's the pipeline first to hit and the second and third, how would you categorize?
Sure. So we have 6 programs in phase 3 right now. 2 are actually ready to file with the agency. And one specifically, as it relates to the ASCRS meeting, is Bimaropros sustained release. And that product is looking at how to sort of address how we can actually treat glaucoma in a different way. So obviously, we've introduced many different drop products over the years and been very successful with them. The question is, can you provide patients a different outcome, both in their IOP control as well as potentially other parameters? And so at this meeting, we're actually going to be showing 2 podium presentations on the latest phase 3 data that we have. And we're very excited to share that with the community. But obviously, most importantly, we want to make sure that the FDA has a look at that data as well, and obviously look for approval in 2020. And I think from there, there's a potential for that program to sort of redefine how we actually deliver drugs to patients in glaucoma, and sort of again goes into this sort of interventional glaucoma space, which I think treating a progressive disease like glaucoma in a more an earlier way and a more intensive way, I think is probably a very significant step forward in making sure we can avoid the significant vision loss that happens with the disease. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah, very, very exciting. And the biggest thing that I also want to know is, as you're planning the future, how do you think this meeting like OIS and others really help you establish this education that you're providing for both doctors and also innovators?
Well, OIS is a great platform because it's this great connection of entrepreneurs, innovators, clinicians, and industry. And I think that connectivity is hugely important for the vitality of the industry. So OIS has done a great job in cultivating that, and many technologies that have been presented here, we've acquired. So it's been a great opportunity for us to sort of see technologies early on and to develop them. And I think that parlayed with our own internal programs allows us to really advance the field of technology, ophthalmology, to really address unmet needs. And one other one that's really important that's in phase 3 for us now is the treatment, and potentially the first medical treatment for presbyopia. So that's in phase 3 now, and obviously there's never been a medical treatment for presbyopia. There's been surgical options or lenses or glasses, but the ability to deliver something in a significant way for that, I think the whole area of refraction now could be open to medical intervention. I think that is very exciting. So when I look at the anterior segment side, whether it's on glaucoma, on dry eye, or presbyopia, we have a very, very significant future to look forward to.
Absolutely. Well, enjoy the rest of the meeting, and thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot, Ihsan. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Cheers.